guys, welcome back. So today I'm making my first video in the Tiling Floors series. So the Tiling Floors chapter is the fourth chapter in Hard Math for Elementary School. So if you're right around there, then you've come to the right place. And today I'm basically just going to be showing you guys a bunch of different tiling patterns around my house. So I'm sure all of you guys have tiles in your houses somewhere, and I'm going to be showing you different patterns of tiles that I have in my house, as well as different patterns of other shapes as well. So I'm going to be taking you on a little tour and showing you the tiling patterns as I go. Let's go. First up, I'm in the kitchen to show you a tiling pattern that, if you are a frequent viewer of this channel, you will have seen several times. It is a very, very simple tiling pattern. So as you can see here, the only shapes used are gray and green squares. And this is definitely a regular tiling pattern, which means that all of the shapes are the same. You can see at each corner, there are 4 different squares that meet up. So you can pick any different corner, no matter which one it is, it's always going to have 4 different squares surrounding it. Alright, I'm now in my other kitchen to show you a different tiling pattern that you can see in the backsplash. Now this tiling pattern is again just made of one type of shape, those skinny little rectangular tiles. But it's a little bit different because it doesn't look the same everywhere. There are some tiles that are horizontal, some that are vertical. So this one's a little bit more interesting, and you can see that it depends on which corner that you choose. So if you choose one particular corner, you might see that there are, 2 rectangular corners meeting there, as well as sort of a straight edge. But it does look different in different places. Okay, I am in my parents' bathroom right now to show you guys another regular tiling pattern that you guys might also have in maybe a bathroom or something at your house. This one is again going to be quite common. So you can see that the shape that's used, and in fact the only shape in this tiling pattern, is a hexagon. And at each corner, you can pick any corner to look at each corner there are 3 different hexagons that come together. Now Sandy here is going to show you another tiling pattern. No, not the zebra blanket that he's lying down on, but if you can see, it is on the cushion beneath that. So this tiling pattern again just has one type of shape. However, it looks a little bit different because it's not a type of shape that we've seen before. It's not a regular polygon. It's this kind of almost 4-pointed star looking thing. And if you look at each corner, there are kind of different numbers of these stars or these shapes that come together. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 2. Now I'm in the mudroom to show you a different black and white tiling pattern that this time is going to actually be not on anything tiled, but on a bag. Right, so it's important to remember that we say tiling pattern, but this doesn't necessarily have to be only restricted to tiles. And this one was on a bag, and I thought it was cool, so I used it. The shape here, it's only one shape that's used. It is a really, really, really crazy shape. I am in my laundry room now, which is actually very fitting because it is laundry day today, so I had to pick a moment when the laundry machine wasn't on, so it wasn't really loud. But we actually have a different tiling pattern on the floor of our laundry room. This one is not regular, but it is actually semi-regular. This is the first tiling pattern we've seen with 2 different shapes. You can see the 2 shapes involved are an octagon and a square. So at each corner, 2 octagons and 1 square come together. So next I wanted to show you guys some tiling patterns that are not on floors but are actually on quilts. Quilts can often be a really good place to find some pretty cool tiling patterns. I think this one is really cool because it uses only triangles, but it uses different types of triangles. Some smaller, some larger, some acute, some right triangles. And of course, the different colors that are used kind of help to give it a really, really cool effect. This one might be my favorite in the whole video because there is so much going on. There are trapezoids, triangles, squares, rectangles, and it fits together in a pattern that looks really, really cool. So this is an example of how you can make something really, really cool looking by just actually really starting with some really simple shapes. I am now in another bathroom to show you the worst tiling pattern of all. I want you guys, before I show it to you, I want you guys to guess what it might be. All right, so we look down. It doesn't look too bad, right? It looks kind of like that hexagon pattern actually, right? Wrong. The shapes used here are actually not polygons. They are circles, and they don't fit together at corners. In fact, there are no corners, so there's a lot of space in between them. It does look a little bit cool when they're all together like that, but still, I'm mad at this because it is not a real tiling pattern. Okay, I'm now up in my bathroom to show you guys the weirdest tiling pattern of all. I don't think this can even really be described as a tiling pattern, but it's kind of like tiles, so I'll show it to you guys anyway. So it's actually just a bunch of rocks kind of all smushed together and glued in place. Not really a tiling pattern officially, but kind of gets the idea, so. All right, guys, that's it for today. Sandy here and we hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope to see you again in a couple days for our Tiling Floors Part 2 video. It's a baking video again, getting back to my old baking roots. It should be really fun, so make sure you stay tuned for that one.